Good morning and welcome to another edition of our journey to debt freedom. I am Sheila Wilkinson-Sanders and I am here to talk to you about reducing your debt. I cannot believe it is June already. But here we are in our 6th month of the year, and you know what I do at the beginning of every month. I ask you, how are you doing on your debt reduction plan? Many of you have been sharing with me your goals and how you're doing, and I'm very, very proud of you, and I encourage you to keep going and to keep doing what you're doing. And many of you have, expressed to me and said, that you've fallen off the wagon. And, I tell you and I tell everyone it's okay. We all, at some point or another, with our goals and our plans, fall off the wagon. But you learn to pick yourself up. You learn from those past experiences and you learn to move forward. I want to share with you a sermon from a couple of months ago that very wise man, my pastor, Reverend Dr. Otis Moss III, shared with us from Psalms. And the topic of the sermon was on finding peace in your life. And it was funny when it happened. The one person on my left and the person on my right looked at me sort of strangely, because those of you that know me well know, and I've mentioned it on several of my videos, that what I pray for every day is for peace of mind, is to be in perfect peace with God. And so I had asked both of my neighbors on each side of me in church to pray for me for peace of mind. So after church, one of them said, "Did you know that was going to be the sermon for the day?" And I said, "No, that's just what I really pray for each day." But what Pastor Moss talked about that day was, we go through a lot of anxiety in life. We go through a lot of worry in life, worrying about things that we have no control over. We have no control over the past. It's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. That moment will never come back again. It's gone. But we worry day after day. Think about how often you worry about things that happen, about something that someone said to you that pissed you off, or something that happened. You say, "I wish I would have." There's nothing you can do about that. What you can do is you can look at that experience, you can learn from that experience, you can make sure that you don't do certain things a certain way, or that you do them differently in the future so it doesn't repeat itself. And so I've mentioned in a couple of videos about having that balance in your life, and I wanted to share with you the life plan that I share in my wealth building classes. I defined wealth for myself as being able to do what you want when you want. And in order to do that, you have to have that perfect balance. And it's very, very difficult to get to that point of perfect balance. But that should be your goal in life, is to have that perfect balance in all of the different areas of your life. And so I define 6 areas here, and I'll move to the side. You have the emotional piece, and that's the part that you worry about. That's the part that causes you that heartache and pain when someone makes you upset or mad, or when you get angry at your boss or your coworkers or with your loved ones, or they bring you much joy and happiness. There's the financial piece, of course, that always can bring you lots of anxiety and pain. You have the spiritual piece, which is always, I think, very important. Whatever that spiritual piece is for you. For me, it's God, but it may be something, some other being. But you have that spiritual piece. You have the relational piece. So, your relationship with your significant other, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your co-workers. And then you have the intellectual piece. So, that knowledge piece. I always say that you should always be growing. You should always be learning. And then there's that physical piece. Your health is so very important. So when one of those are out of balance, if you could imagine this as a pie chart, let's say that you're worried about a bill. What happens is your focus is reduced in those other areas. So you're so busy worrying about bills and you're worrying about the debt that something else suffers. It may be your relationships. Think about how this really happens in your life. When you start to worry about bills, then you stop focusing on your family or on your significant other, or you stop paying attention to your health or your weight. And so what happens is that piece of the pie gets larger, and if it's a circle and it's 360 degrees, then if it goes from 20 degrees to 50 degrees, then something else is going to suffer. Something else is going to get smaller. So what is important is for you to get to the point that everything is in perfect balance, so that it allows you the ability to do what you want whenever you want. So I hope this encourages you to realize the importance of getting rid of that debt, because that's going to get rid of that anxiety. It's going to get rid of that worry. It's going to cause you peace in your life. And it's going to cause you to have at least balance in that financial portion of your life that allows you time to focus on those other areas of your life. So don't worry about the fact that what you didn't do in the first 5 months. It's a new day. It's a new month. It's a new week. And you can start today to move your life forward, to be free of debt, to be free of worry, to be free of anxiety in your life. This is part of why I say you have to stay faithful to your goals. So that means you have to focus on your goals. And once you are focused on it and faithful to it, you will be committed to it. I hope that this has encouraged you. I hope it has encouraged you. I hope that you remain faithful, focused, and committed. And I hope that you are reducing your debt. In our next video, we're going to start talking about what you can do now that you have started reducing your debt. So remember to stay faithful, focused, committed, and have a life that is in balance. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to talking to you soon.